Welcome to Exam Sale. In this short guide I will walk you through the syllabus for the ServiceNow Certified Implementation Specialist in Customer Service Management, so you know exactly what to study and where to focus your time. Overview first. This exam covers 5 domains with exact weights you must remember. CSM product architecture is 35%. CSM implementation best practices is 25%. CSM system setup and configuration is 15%. Integrations is 15%. And engagement readiness is 10%. Each domain lists a difficulty, an estimated learning time, and an assessment style, and together they form a scenario-driven, hands-on, and conceptual exam blueprint. CSM product architecture carries 35% of the exam weight, is rated hard, and has an estimated learning time of 18 hours with scenario-based assessments. You will learn core application logic including case management and life cycle such as case types, extended tables, life cycle state transitions, assignment workbench and advanced work assignment, major issue management workflows, escalation triggers, response templates, and predictive intelligence for case categorization. You will also master customer portals and the service catalog, covering customer service portal and consumer service portal configuration, self-service widgets, knowledge base integration and versioning, service catalog access for external users, social media engagement, and virtual agent for customer service. Finally, you will understand proactive customer service and monitoring, including service monitoring, outage triggers, proactive case creation from event management, relationships between cases and incidents or problems or changes, customer communications for planned outages, and service health dashboards for customers. CSM implementation best practices is 25% of the exam, rated medium difficulty, and requires about 12 hours of study with conceptual and scenario-based assessments. This domain teaches the ServiceNow implementation methodology applied to CSM, covering SIM phases from initiate through close, scoping and technical gap analysis, workshop facilitation for process definition, and story creation plus backlog prioritization aligned to customer needs. You will also prepare for go-live with user acceptance testing for external personas, a production readiness checklist, instance performance considerations for high-volume portals, training and adoption planning, and post-go-live support and stabilization strategies. The emphasis here is on translating business requirements into a repeatable implementation plan and validating readiness at each stage. CSM system setup and configuration is 15% of the exam, medium difficulty, and calls for about 10 hours of hands-on and conceptual study with practical assessments. You will configure foundation data and hierarchies, learning account and contact hierarchy setup, the consumer data model, account relationship types such as partner and customer, product models, asset management, and install base item tracking. You will also learn contracts, entitlements, and SLAs including service contract configuration, entitlement definitions and verification, unit-based versus time-based entitlements, how SLAs apply to cases, and contract life cycle management to ensure correct entitlement enforcement. Expect to practice configuration tasks that control access, structure customer data, and enforce service agreements. Integrations account for 15% of the exam, are rated hard, and estimate about 10 hours of scenario-based learning focused on connecting CSM to external systems and other ServiceNow modules. You will learn integration architecture and methods including mid-server configuration for on-premise data transfers, computer telephony integration via OpenFrame, outbound and inbound REST integrations, social media channel API integrations, service bridge for provider and consumer connectivity, and remote service management techniques. The domain emphasizes designing robust, secure data flows and choosing the right integration patterns for real-world scenarios, with hands-on practice or scenario analysis of authentication, error handling, and performance considerations. Engagement readiness is 10% of the exam, is rated easy, and requires about 6 hours of conceptual and scenario-based study focused on pre-project activities and stakeholder alignment. You will learn planning and persona identification, distinguishing internal versus external personas, defining agent, manager, and admin roles, mapping stakeholders for CSM implementations, gathering technical and business requirements, and establishing project governance and reporting structures. This domain prepares you to run effective discovery workshops, capture the right requirements, and set up governance so the technical implementation aligns to business goals. To conclude, use the exact domain weights and focus areas as your study map and allocate study hours accordingly. Concentrate first on CSM product architecture and implementation best practices, practice scenarios for integrations and system setup, and reinforce engagement readiness skills for pre-project success.